Hey guys, welcome back to another Preacher's Creatures video. I thought what we'd do in the video today is break out the recipe book and share one of our favorite colors with you, Sexy Shad. And so stay tuned and we'll get our stuff ready and see you on the flip side. Alright guys, here we are. And first thing, let me share the recipe with you. That way you can pause the video and see what it is. But this is per 1 cup. We have the top color. We've got 3 drops of Midnight Blue, and that's in the Do It colorant. And then 2X Black, we have 1 drop. And so that'll be for our top color. The bottom color is even more simple, and that's going to be in our Pearl X powder. This is also from Do It. And then we've got the Dead on Flake Celtic green, and you can see we're using a 1/16 of a teaspoon for the pearl powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of the Celtic flake for the flake that goes in that. All right, so now we are going to get our plastisol heated up and get started with that, and we'll be right back and start getting this color built. We'll see you on the flip side. All right, guys, we got our colorant here and ready to build this colorant up again. The top color, we need 3 drops of Midnight Blue from, and this is what I have on hand. It's one of the colorants I got when I first started. I ordered the beginner kit from Do It, and it was an economical way for me to get into the hobby, and so that's what we did. And then we want 1 drop of this Do It X2 colorant, and this stuff is very thick. So what I find that I have to do with it is I have to basically, trying to work around the camera here, I basically have to push out a little bit of that because it's so thick that if I do it enough for it to drop off of the tip, then it'll be probably the equivalent of 3 well, 1 drop's equal 2 drops, but it'd be the equivalent of probably about 6 drops of regular coloring. So you can see that's a transparent, but it has some depth to it, and I like the color. My base recipe doesn't add any flake to it, but you know, I'm sure that if you wanted to put some flake in there, it would set it apart. Modify it a little bit to whatever your desires are. So, all right, we'll get that set aside. We'll have to heat these back up because our molds are cold, and so make sure we got them hot enough to shoot and not get cooled down from too much from the cold molds. Okay, so the bottom color, we need a 1/16 of a teaspoon. Now this pearl powder was also from Do It molds, and this is a 1/32, so we're just gonna double up on it. That'll be our 1/16. I ordered some measuring spoons off Amazon, and it came with 2 of the 1/16 of a teaspoon instead of a 1/32 and 1/16. It came with two 1/32 rather, instead of a 32nd and a 16th. So we just have to double up. That's all right. And then it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of this green Celtic. I always like to add just a little bit more, just in case. The fish never seem to complain if I have a little bit more flake in there. It just gives it a lot more body. And get this mixed in. Okay, try to get that powder off the walls. Yeah, that's looking good right there. And you might, you know, if you want to go completely transparent and don't put any pearl powder in there, but you can see it's still pretty transparent. And so let's get these heated up and give them another good stir, and then we'll be ready to inject. Stick around. All right, here we go. Draw our plastic. Get our blending block in place. There we go. All right, let's do our 5-inch flukes first. Press and hold. Okay. Now let's do our 2.8-inch rip wraps. This is where the SDG multi-block really shines, is on these individual ports. Alright, I'm not going to push my luck with the rest of this, and so I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I think my plastic might have got too cool. I've not really tried to do dual injection much and on film, and it's a challenge, especially if you don't have the right setup, but it's okay. We're just trying to document this journey and enjoy our hobby. So, all right, we'll let these cool down. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. We got the SDG multi-block, and we're going to open that up, let you see what makes the magic happen. You see this divider right here, and what I like about this is when you're doing the single injection, it lets you turn it perpendicular so that you're not sticking the bottom of your blending block, covering up the other, covering up the holes that you've already injected. So there's the sprue. Pretty nice. We're going to put this back, and then we'll take out okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, there we go. That tipped over because I moved my vise and I did not move the middle support, so no big deal, nothing crazy wrong. All right, I'll tell you what, let's do these first. So this is the 2.8-inch rip wrap, and this is from Anglin AI, and you can see the laminate there, so that looks pretty good. I will say this too about this color. All of the extra plastisol from the laminate, it makes a great single color once you have melted it all down. So, All right, guys, let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. Nice color. Nice lamination. Look at that. How cool is that? That is beautiful. Great lamination. I am tickled to death with that. I was worried because I was rushing around trying to get everything right, and I was afraid that I might have let the color cool down a little too much. But it looks good. So, all right, excited about that. Let's take these out of the molds, and we'll lay that aside. That is nice. All right. So let's put this back. Okay. And see how our 5-inch flukes did. If they did great, great. If they didn't, you're going to see it. So this should be the top side. So let's open it up. I probably should have topped it off a little bit more, but I think they turned out real good. Yes, sir. Could potentially darken that top color up a little bit, but they laminated wonderful. That's nice. Sexy Shad. It's a great color. Great color. Got some bubbles in that one, but I can fix that by putting it in my tackle box. Let's see here. Let's see how this one did. Yeah, that one looks a lot better. That's one that hopefully will go in somebody else's tackle box right there. Sexy Shad. That's awesome. If you want to know what it looks like melted down and mixed together, this is the color that it makes. So when you melt this, you'll get this. And that's still a great color. I like it. So it pretty much eliminates the waste. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to post the recipe down below. And so I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time checking out our channel. And until next time, don't forget, you'll love the features of Preacher's Creatures. Sorry guys, I almost forgot. I did a run of the Crappie Crushers, and wanted you to be able to see those as well, how well they laminated. And look at that. That excites me, because I'm more of a crappie fisherman, and that right there looks magical. We did have a little bit of blending on some of these where the belly color, some of the glitter you can see, but it's still, there's a good laminate line there, and some of the glitter did mix up into the top color, but it didn't take away from the top color. You can still see the belly color and the top color very, very prominent. Alright guys, thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, again, you'll love the features of Preacher's Creatures.